Forgiveness, quite frankly, is the most selfish thing you can do, because it is the greatest thing you can do for yourself. Because when you forgive someone, they have no more power over you. It's like when you get offended. Okay? Like, I'm an open speaker, man. I speak my truths. I don't try to offend people. But you know what? People get offended. Because, for whatever reason. Well, so when they get offended, their blood pressure goes up, their muscles get tense, cortisol starts to release, their mind goes into fight or flight mode, and now they react. So, by me speaking, they gave me their power over their happiness. Why? Why do that? I don't know. You can ask them. You will know that forgiveness has begun when you recall those who hurt you and feel the power to wish them well. See, I take that a step further. When you surrender to the painful emotions that you generated in your head, you can actually think about it now, and it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. And now you can forgive it. Like, I've dated women that were like, do you remember when you did this? Do you remember when you did that? I was like, well, I thought you forgave me. And then they'll bring up something they did wrong, and I'm like, oh yeah. They're like, you don't remember? I'm like, no, because I forgave you. You asked for forgiveness, I forgave you, I move on. Like, you want me to really try and think back and try and generate those emotions so we can shut down this conversation real fast? No. The story of two monks. This is the best story when I learned this about forgiveness. Because when I was going through my anxiety and my depression, consciously or subconsciously, I couldn't let go how shit my life was and the reasons why it was shitty. And then I read this story, the story of two monks. So back in sometime in China, the Chinese government rounded up the monks because they thought the monks were starting an army because they do martial arts and everything else, blah, blah. So they arrested pretty much all these monks, and they tortured them, they beat them, killed even some of them, raped them, like just the most horrific stuff. So these two monks were in prison for 2 years, and then they got set free. They went their separate ways. One day they reconnected on the road, and Monk A says to Monk B, says, have you forgiven them? Monk B says, I will never forgive them for what they did. And Monk A says, well, then you're still in prison. I love that story because if we keep it alive in here, it feels alive in